Well, top of the evening, everybody, and welcome to Sports Final. And with apologies to Justin Timberlake, I'm bringing football back. The other sportscasters don't know how to act. Enough of that. We've expanded the Gridiron guest list tonight. Let Missouri and Iowa be on the velvet rope. Couldn't ask for better of a game tonight than Q&D Palmyra. And tonight, to start things off, Michael Wyman and the Raiders hoping to sew up a victory, and the Raiders would strike first. Marcus Welding, bootlegs, he pays the price for it, but there is Michael Hugenberg wide open. A nice touchdown pass, 7-0 in favor of Q&D. But Panther sophomore quarterback Jonathan Nutt, he puts the O in the offense right here. The long strike of 25 yards to Jake Buckwalter. That sets the table just a bit later for the sophomore keeper as Nutt goes nuts tonight with a 15-yard pickup down into the red zone. And that would set up the big fullback from Palmyra, Jeff Pollock, powering his way over Chris Turstrip and into the end zone for the score. The fumble, immaterial, they broke the plane and were all tied up at 7 apiece. The Raiders would drive right back. Oh yeah, my man Colt Doyle all fired up as well. And the Palmyra faithful fired up as well right here. Check this out, Alex Watercutty in from 3 yards out, taking it in to make it 14-7 in favor of Q&D. Oh, and the Q&D faithful having some fun doing a little dancing as well at the end of the first half. P-Town down to 4th and 1 at the 1-yard line. Is it a fumble by Mr. Zach Suter? Is it recovered by Trey Hayes? We wait and wait to find out. Looks like a fumble, but the officials would rule that Mr. Suter's knee was down by contact at the 1-yard line, and that would mean Q&D gets the 4-down stand with its back to the wall. And look at my man Max Dancer. Is he fired up? You bet. Everybody on the field tonight playing with palpable enthusiasm. Second half, though, here comes Palmyra back into the mix. Jeff Pollock ties the game up at 14 apiece. Quincy Notre Dame trying to strike back in this game. How about Marcus Welding? Hi there, young man. Marcus Welding getting into the act with the bootleg of his own, stealing a page out of Mr. Nutt's scoreboard right there. He goes right down to the 5-yard line, and that was at the table just a few seconds later from Marcus Welding taking it in. Q&D builds a 21-14 lead. We go to a special highlight for you from the end of this ball game. Check it out right here. This is the difference maker, as it would be Michael Wyman, number 38, sliding through everyone, and he, my friends, is off to the races to seal the deal on a Q&D victory. Bill Cannell tonight is the mayor and not the garbage man, as Q&D gets the win by the final count of this one, a 35-21 in a fantastic, fantastic football game. And our HD TV finalist, our second of the Sports Final rundown, is Jim Wilson, a Fowler who was at the game. He qualifies to win that 52-inch high-definition television set. It'll be big. It'll look nice in your living room. Congratulations, Jim Wilson. And now here's my man, Kyle Porter.
Opening night is always special for the football craze fans in Hannibal, but the Pirates outdid themselves in the schedule-making department, bringing in a tremendously talented Rockwood Summit team led by transfer wide receiver Rolandus Woodland, a Lutheran North import, with legitimate Division I offers on the table. He had one heck of a game tonight. Under 3 minutes left in the first quarter, Joe Woodland finds Rolandus Woodland for the 83-yard touchdown. He's not going to be stopped. 7-0 Rockwood early in the game. In the second now, Joe Woodland lobs up an 11-yard pass to who else but Rolandus Woodland again. An effective duo there, but they missed the extra point. It's 13-0. Hannibal coming back. Andrew Bergeson fighting with every last breath. As Hannibal is coming back here at the goal line, Bergeson for the quarterback sneak for the touchdown. They're going to go for 2 here, and Eric Murphy catches and runs in for the 2. They're down by 2 points right now, and they drive back. They miss the 34-yard field goal to go ahead as Rockwood Summit wins 13-11 tonight in Hannibal. Respect.
Pirates, better news for the Macon Tigers, who go on the road and beat up on Highland. Tyler Belt, 2 rushing touchdowns and a receiving touchdown. That kid can flat out play. Macon a winner over Highland to start the season on the right foot. Final count in that one was 38-0. South Shelby winning 38-0 as Ken O'Loughlin's team, ranked 4th in the state. Preseason coming in, knocks off Mark Twain on the road, 38-0. No score yet from Centralia, Louisiana. If you know one, please give us a call with that. We can tell you that if you watched last night, you know that Brandon Waters went nuts for the Monroe City Panthers. The little sophomore, a huge showing and a good night, 174 yards and 2 touchdowns. Meanwhile, in the Tri-Rivers Conference, all Clark County tonight. That is a very good Clark County team. I don't think anybody realizes it. They go on the road and beat North Shelby 46-0. Scotland County and Salisbury playing over in what should be a dandy matchup. Scotland County awfully good. Don't have a final yet on that one. We can tell you, though, that Schuyler County withstands a nice charge from a very good Knox County team, but wins tonight by the final count of 34-21. We will update a Moberly Van Far score for you coming up on the internet. We can tell you that Marceline, though, stops a very good effort from Ryan Watson in Paris, and that was not pretty. 25-0 is your final as Marceline gets the shutout. Well, to the land of Lincoln now, or not since the Jensen Jones era at West Prairie La Harpe, have the Carthage Blue Boys faced such a daunting regular season challenge as the one tonight. The Cambridge Vikings hit Fuzz Burgess Field, still smarting from that upset loss to Stark County last week, but still possessed of all three running backs from last season's state championship game qualifier, worth about 3,600 total yards and 50 touchdowns, and they would show why tonight. Carthage, Justin Neely and company trying to get things done. Second play of the game, Kyle Morey. Look at him go. He had 104 yards rushing on the game, 69 of them right here on the second play from scrimmage, and all of a sudden, before you could blink in this game, the Vikings were up, leading 8-0. Neely trying to make a pass. But you know what? Cambridge's defensive secondary, which was much maligned and riddled last week for 175 passing yards by Stark County, picks him off. Jake Olson with a pick. Joey Kelly would finally get the Blue Boys on the board in this game. He had over 100 yards and this one rushing touchdown, but Cambridge way too strong, winning by the final count of 33-12. And now here's my man, Tim Cloby.